Mic check. Okay, we're super delayed again, but that's alright. Can always just stick my wiener in an unguarded fan. Y'all ever pry the cage off of a fan so you can, like, get it spinning and just stick your wiener in it? Huh? This game won't even let you, like, replay the whole thing with all the cutscenes and shit unless you delete your character. So I literally just fire it up and do dumb shit. Like, you can replay one mission at a time, but it's as good as it's gonna get. No. No bad. Dude, when I was a little kid and my mom would try to make me go to bed, I figured out a good way to piss her off and make it not worth her time was to just yell, "No bad!" just as loud as I could. She fucking hated it. She was so mad every time. So how hard do you think it would be to legally change my name to Butt Crack Nutsack? Because I think it would be good. I think it would be a good thing to do. Make me a more interesting person. Well, she looked at me and went, "This is the next evolution of humanity." Yo, ZDR, what's up? Yeah, sleep is for the weak, you get it. Little burnout on playing hard games for now, so I'm playing this fucking shit instead. I'll do Elden Ring again tomorrow, though, like tomorrow night. Gonna try to get to the DLC as a brand new character so I don't have to deal with being on New Game Plus fucking 4, because that sucked. I'm creating a Dex Int build based off of Corvo from Dishonored. How did you even reach the DLC 3 times? Okay, did you just have 3 characters ready to go? Like, that is a level of planning ahead that gamers are not supposed to engage in. Motherfucker, you can't go that way. Wait, why is New Game Plus 3 better for you? Like, by a high enough new game cycle, there's really only like a couple ways to play. Like, if you're melee, you either have to go, like, dual greatswords or dual great hammers or maybe dual katanas. I'm relatively sober. Sober by my standards. But yeah, by a high new game cycle, it's like I feel like you can't experiment as much. You have to really optimize your loadout instead of going with what you think is interesting and would be fun to try. Like that one light greatsword, Milady, with the funny name. You know, I wanted to try it because it was funny. But the damage was just dog shit. Oh, you had 2 ready to go? God damn. I only had 1 ready to go. I mean, my build is one I like too, but the problem is I was looking forward to experimenting with new weapons and shit, and it's like, nope, get out the Blasphemous Blade and Sacred Relic Blade. Gotta use them things, because everything is ball busting and you do like no damage with anything else. I mean, everything except the bosses I was having fun using Messmer's Spear on, but that thing is just... The bosses make it look weak on that high of a cycle. Maybe if I dual wielded it and like power stanced with another Great Spear, but I didn't have another Great Spear leveled up. And like the people who were saying, oh, just use Spear and Great Shield and poke everything to death. Those people fucking, those were all people who had enough strength to use the fingerprint shield. That did not apply to my Dex Faith build. Like, I've heard Spear and Great Shield is downright cheap if you have the build for it, but I do not. Oh, it was right there. You have a Dex Bleed build, Claws of Night Weapon, as well as a Great Katana. Oh, yeah, dude. I have a Dex Bleed build too. It's like Dex and Arcane. It's mostly for bleed with a little bit of dragon incantations. Those Great Katanas are gonna be so much fun when I take that build into there. She's like based off of Scarlet from Mortal Kombat, and oh, it's a fun ass build. Super OP so far. She ain't even reached Moog yet, though, so I got a while before I can take her into the fucking DLC. Yeah, Scarlet is probably my favorite female character. It's like the edginess of Scorpion, but a girl. I only play as edgelords in Mortal Kombat because I feel like that's the whole point of the game. Like, who wants to boot up Mortal Kombat just to play as fucking Johnny Cage, right? Like, lame. Hey, just in time. Yeah, it's her time of month, 24/7. Okay, let's replay some missions since people are like actually here. I'm sure y'all will be bored to tears just watching me fucking do the fucking Radiant quests over and over again. I use that term from Skyrim. It's not a thing here, but it's the same concept. I mostly play this game because it's like really, it's really kind of happy and calming, you know? Beat the Elden Ring DLC in 5 hours challenge. I hear you get an achievement if you walk the whole way out of prison here. Okay, so you start off in juvie. I hear they patched that lightning bottle thing, by the way. There we go. Yeah, Mirror's Edge. I kind of feel like the first one was better designed, but Catalyst is better, is more fun overall. I don't think I ever found the Blood Fiend's arm. Which one is that? How do you get the Blood Fiend's arm? Yeah. Tried to do the fucko thing and it didn't work. Lumbering idiots with the red skin that hold their arms like clubs? No, that's not ringing a bell, actually. Ugh. I have to use the light attack here. I can't just beat this guy the way I want to. Trolls, but with red skin. Where do you find them? This Icarus guy in this game seems like the kind of guy who would either betray you at the end or y'all would end up fucking, but neither one of those things happens. It's just kind of an anticlimax. Okay, so what the fuck is a prospect town? Is this part of Shadowkeep or something? Dude, I swear, like, Shadow of the Erd Tree, my experience is nothing but a series of, like, finding more and more places I've never even heard of after reaching the final boss and getting mad that I still haven't found everything despite fully exploring. Oh, I have to light attack again. Main gate that's probably something I could bring up on my map. second Lion Dance boss fight? Oh, the bullshit one where he summons basilisks. That was where I actually figured out how to fight him, but then he started the basilisk shit, and I'm like, fuck you, I'm gonna cheese this. So I started using the Wave of Gold Ash of War to wipe out the basilisks. Dude, did you ever reach the dungeon where there's like a floating pair of basilisk eyes that like chases you down a hallway and inflicts death blight whenever it can see you? That is like the shit that Dark Souls 1 players have nightmares about. I did not like that dungeon. Motherfucker. Yeah, I might have more fun when I play through it on a new game cycle where I can actually summon and be summoned. Dude, I fucking hated that. I still can't get over my first experience with DS1 and getting cursed by those basilisks. That is like a fucking horror scenario to me. I feel like that one is probably easier for like new Soulsborne players just because it doesn't have the psychological warfare aspect. Man, this must be some kind of console thing. Cutscenes for days. Oh, I barely even play the story missions in this anymore. I mostly do like the bonus content. I've already beaten every story mission and every unique side quest. It's only the like randomly generated shit that I still fucking have on my map. Okay, so I guess maybe PC players just don't take the game as seriously as console players, because like fucking there's like no one to summon you at super high levels. I barely remember how to fight in this game just because, like, I always run past everything. Oh, missed? I mean, I'm saving an entire playthrough just for stream, but, like, I've beaten Myst several times. I played that game my first time when I was too young to understand what was going on in the game. Oh, I was supposed to wall run there. Fuck. I'm gonna have to try the Riven remake. I don't know how good of an idea it is to stream that my first playthrough, because, like, fucking... I don't know. Streaming has a way of affecting my patience in a negative way when I'm playing something blind. Oh, yeah, dude, DSP... While I will maintain that DSP is better at fighting games than people give him credit for, when it comes to puzzle or stealth games, he's just the worst. Like, I'll even give it to him, he's better at Souls-likes than people give him credit for. He's at least able to learn them. Like, when you compare his early Dark Souls playthroughs to his new Elden Ring stuff, like, he's learning. He's getting the hang of playing the game properly. But if you throw stealth or fucking puzzles at him, that will always just shut his brain down. Oh, I can't wait to see him try to make it through the Abyssal Woods. That'll be funny as hell. Dude, that's gonna fuck him in the ass. This sucks. Going through the same area for the third time, man. I mean, yeah, he might just be looking shit up, but, see, the thing is, like, a lot of the time I'll look stuff up, too, but it's more of, like, where do I go? Like, my first time playing Elden Ring, I made it all the way, like, I beat Morgott, and then I'm like, wait, is this game ever gonna send me to these other places I've heard of, like Caelid and all that? So I'm like, I better look up all this shit and, you know, how to get there, what to do there before I finish the game. Otherwise, I'm just cheating myself. But when it comes to build stuff, I never look up the most broken build. I only take advice if it fits in with the current build I'm going for. Because the point of an RPG is, like, there's an art form, you know, it's like self-expression creating a build. If I make up my mind, like, I'm gonna do, like, a strength faith build, or I'm gonna do a dex build, or, you know, a dex int hybrid, I'm gonna stick with that, because otherwise it's just, like, not role-playing, you know? Yeah, like, understanding the meta is one thing, but I like fitting I like going okay. So with the build I'm trying to go for, what is the best meta for that? Which is why I use the Blasphemous Blade on my Dex and Faith build. Because yeah, that's a really good weapon if you've got that build. But I would never change my entire fucking build just to shoehorn a super powerful weapon into it. See, for me, it's not even like, oh, it's cheating to look things up. It's not that mentality, because, like, that's literally not even in line with how Miyazaki intends you to experience the game. He means for people to discuss it online, but it's just a matter of, like, this is my character's identity. I'm sticking with it, you know? I'm not stripping his identity away from him. Yeah. ZDR, it's really like that old thought experiment, like, could God create a boulder so heavy even he couldn't lift it? Oh, that was a rough start for this side mission. Yeah, I think Miyazaki almost created a boulder so heavy that even he couldn't lift it. It was close. Okay, let's do another story mission. You know, that would make my life make a lot more sense, Michael. I love how they introduce this guy like he's gonna be super strong, and this is just like your white bread jabroni enemy. Oh, I probably have to do the combat shift or it'll be like, no, fuck you, do it again. Why is it not working? This doesn't... Okay, fuck the tutorial, I'm doing it my way. I've heard that one, ZDR. That one just sounds kind of like an edgy cliche, to be honest. Oh, it's a Spy Kids quote? God damn. I love my ability to just intuitively spot, like, bullshit. I have no ass and I must poop. One time my cat was begging me for food, so like I pulled out a can of food and I just like put it on the ground and gave it to him unopened. And he just stared at me all mad, and I'm like, it's an I have no mouth and I must scream reference. Are you like illiterate? Are you some kind of Philistine? He didn't appreciate it. Must have gone over his head. I have no penis and I must goon. Yo, Michael, I hear that's what a lot of trans men go through when they start testosterone, too. I have no penis and I must goon. Like, I hear they're just constantly horny. I must have missed the gooning segments. Oh my fucking god, can you people chill? Fucking blues, man. Get me away from these people. You can literally just spam dodge into heavy attack over and over again and it kills most enemies. Okay, well, I was gonna do a side mission, but these guys just can't get enough of me. Pain Olympics. I should do a stream where we all just watch the Pain Olympics sometime. No Pain Olympics stream? Why not? Blue Waffle stream? Well, it doesn't work as well with static images, you know? You need like a series of videos. Could do a meat spin endurance stream where I can just see how long I can keep meat spin up. Lemon Party. Dude, I used to own so many noobs with Lemon Party. Y'all miss Goatsy? I remember Goatsying people. Those were the days. Challenge failed. I'm gay now. Imagine becoming so gay that you're just immune to lemon party. Oh, I thought I wasn't gonna make that. How can I miss something that never left my heart? You're based in Goatsy Pilled too, huh? Goatsy forever. Finally, somebody who gets it, man. Goatsy is life. Not allowed to be openly gay unless it's June and you get praised for existing. Dude, instead of Pride Month, they should call it Goatsy Month. I feel like that would get a lot more people on board. Who doesn't like Goatsy? I mean, let's be honest here. Oh, they fucking saw me again. Okay, I need to get the fuck out of here, dude. I can't go up. You piece of shit. So does anyone else like chewing on broken glass? There's something satisfying about it. I don't even know what I'm saying half the time. Oh, lovely. I'm stuck in the fucking bad terrain. Yeah, no, I'm trying to microdose broken glass so I can build up an immunity. Oh, wait, it was just right here. What's QAnon broken glass? What? I have no idea what you're talking about right now. You can consume a light bulb if you know what you are doing and grind all the bits up. Well, no, you just gotta know what parts to swallow, okay? Like, you can swallow the metal parts like the filament. Dude, ZDR, are you high? Pair your microdosing with urine therapy. Oh my god, so some of the flat earthers I follow also do urine therapy, so it's like imagine going online and advertising yourself as being the flat earth pee-pee man. Oh, I used the wrong attack on him. I killed him with the heavy attack and the game wanted me to kill him with the light attack. You been huffing the Jenkin, bro. Okay, there, I killed him with the attack you wanted. Are you fucking happy now? Light attack again. Can't be heavy attacking. That's too Easy. Gotta chew your glass before you swallow it. Yeah, true. In-game, of course. Now use Blink. Dude, imagine how OP Faith would be if she had Blink. Taint sunning? Oh my god, yeah. No, a lot of flat earthers will, like, sun their balls in their butthole, too. That's a real thing. And, like, I want to hate on it, but, like, based sun bros praising the sun, right? Like, you can't hate it too much. That's... I tried it one time just to see if I would, you know, gain the ability to throw lightning spears. It didn't work, though. I don't know, someone might have modded in Blink. I guess I might as well go mod hunting for Mirror's Edge, because it's not like there's still a, you know, online scoreboard thing to get banned from for cheating. Oh, a lot of flat earthers do get a lot of sun because a lot of them live in their cars. I saw the Perfect Dark trailer and I was kind of just like, what the fuck is this? This isn't Perfect Dark. Like, it's literally Deus Ex. And I mean, don't get me wrong, Deus Ex is good, but why would you call it Perfect Dark? Of course that just randomly doesn't work. Got it. I played the original Perfect Dark on the N64. It was good. Doesn't hold up nowadays, but back in the day, that was like... it was very, like, highly interactive and shit. Like, I remember I used to just have fun fucking with the guards. Like, I would disarm them and hold them at gunpoint and shit. Just a second, it's beer time. Oh yeah, GoldenEye was good too. Oh, the fucking... Okay, so when you were when back in the Blockbuster days, okay, the move was to rent Perfect Dark and Donkey Kong 64, because Perfect Dark needed the expansion pack to play all of the game, but it didn't come with it. But Donkey Kong 64 came with it, so if you rented them both together, you could, like, fully play both games.
Hey, over here.
So you guys want to know a cooking hack that'll change your lives? Medium rare chicken.
Might be more comfortable going in myself anyway.
What is that supposed to mean?
That you have a red zone. Go ahead. Prove it wrong. Speak some script.
Actually, did you know that, like, Germans just straight up eat raw ground pork? It's the wildest shit. Yeah, food poisoning style chicken. It's a weight loss hack. Ah, shit. I kind of don't like these buildings where everything is glass because, like, you never know where you should be jumping. Tapeworms are pretty helpful. Fuck yeah, dude. NyQuil chicken. I saw some fucking weirdo make that. Slightly. Wait, what are y'all even talking about? Did someone make a Dark Souls 2 reference? Oh, you finished... Oh, I see it now. You finished Dark Souls 2. I've finished both the regular Dark Souls 2 and the and Scholar of the First Sin, and it's just really nothing special. I mean, the original is, I guess, a little better, but it's still kinda dog shit. Let's just be honest here. Fucking, Dark Souls 2 was the least impressive of the Soulsborne games. Imagine if this game had a stamina meter that affected how long you could hold on to fucking ledges. I wouldn't go as far as to call it great, okay? The inclusion of, like, hexing, like, dark magic builds is cool. That's the only thing I really enjoyed about it. Oh yeah, they actually would put, like, critical items in different spots. It was kind of bullshit. We're in a puzzle part. The puzzle parts of this game I'm not that big of a fan of because, like, it breaks the flow. Like, let's be honest here. If you want to slow down and think, Mirror's Edge isn't the game you play. Who's hotter, Mirror's Edge girl or Dishonored 2 girl? I would say the Mirror's Edge girl. I guess it depends, because the Mirror's Edge girl is way better looking in Catalyst than in the first one. What a waste. They use fucking rotoscoped martial artists for Dark Souls 2 and then make the hitboxes not work. Are they worse in DS1? I don't know. DS1, once you learn how to play, you don't have to do much of anything too finicky. So I guess I wouldn't really know. Yeah, it's only natural that they figured things out more as they went along. Yeah, the big stab attacks that act like grabs. I've seen videos of those just being unforgivable. Well, see, if you complain about the camera in a Soulsborne game, some total scrub who plays like an idiot will show up and be like, "Oh, why are you locking on though? Just like don't lock on." The no lock on thing became absolute dog shit after DS2. Like by Bloodborne, you should be locking on to pretty much every enemy. I mean, back buttons, that's better than using that fucking claw grip. Claw grip is for poor people. Yeah, Dark Souls 1 is the only one where I, like, routinely fight locked off. I hear it's useful in Dark Souls 2 as well, but, like, fucking... I'm not gonna play Dark Souls 2 enough to really test it. Wait, why would you use the claw grip in Tekken? Like, a fighting game is probably the worst place to use a gimped controller grip. No dodge runs. Jesus, that's... No dodge runs are not valid. Man, ain't nothing gonna be frame perfect if you're trying to use the side of your index fingers to hit the face buttons. Well, you can't use the fingertip during claw grip, man. Look up what the claw grip is in Dark Souls, man. It's like the dumbest way to hold your controller. Yeah, that Dark Souls claw grip is Dark Souls claw grip is like the most impoverished way to play. I'm not gonna say I never use it, but by the time you're fighting a boss, you should be back to like holding your controller like a real person. It's just so anti-ergonomic that it's not worth doing for any extended period of time. It's really only good for runbacks. Well, just because the lock-on camera is janky doesn't mean you should skip locking on when the alternative is to use poverty grip. Whew, I'm starting to get a little tired. Fucking, I might do one more side mission and then call it a night. You alternate between both, like, I'll claw grip when I'm trying to just run past everything and not fight. But if you're actually fighting shit, regular grip is just objectively better. Because, like, using the side of your finger isn't really conducive to, like, precision timed inputs. It's more for just holding down the B button. Okay, one more, then it's time to start winding down for the night. Bro, just lock on. You can do all that with just your thumb that way. Oh, is this gonna be one of those stupid ass ones where if you take the laid out path you can't make it? I'm about to quit if it's that, but I'm gonna give it another chance or two first. In Dark Souls 1, all you gotta do is lock on and, like, walk around them a lot of the time. Like, I'll usually have a shield just in case their shit hits me anyway, but then I just circle around and kinda easy. This might be some shit you can't beat unless you figure out your own path. Which is fucking stupid because there's no such thing as a straightforward path in Mirror's Edge. Parrying dagger. Oh yeah, shields in Dark Souls 1 and 2 are good. Shields in Bloodborne, you know, basically don't exist. Shields in DS3 suck. Shields in Elden Ring suck. Bro, if you are in menus during a fight, like, that is even worse than refusing to lock on. Get the fuck out of the menus while you're fighting. Bro, hot swapping, I would go as far as to call it an exploit. Like, it's one of those things that's only in the game because there's no way to take it out without breaking something else. Honestly, if you PvP and you're hot swapping in PvP, like, fucking, they need to make a special, they need to banish you to special servers for other people who do cheap shit. Dude, hot swapping is probably the cheapest shit you can do. Well, you're supposed to use your inventory, like, outside of combat, man. Like, if you're, like, going through, yeah, opening your menu to swap weapons, like, in between a parry and riposte. Like, that's a fucking exploit, dude. You gotta set up your whole game around being a lame ass to even make that work. Okay, if I do that stupid thing, it might work. Honestly, I think Soulsborne games could fix PvP pretty easily if they just made it so after you land a parry, you can't open your menu for like 1 second. No, I'm not trolling. Like, this would improve the game so hard. You have 3 slots for weapons now. If you're still needing to get into your menu at those, like, janky-ass times to do it, like, you don't deserve to win. How do you have 3 slots for each hand and still not have what you need? The people who disagree with this take are the same people who use reverse overheads in Chivalry Medieval Warfare. Is this the way? Eh. Well, Michael, that's what pressing right or left on your D-pad is for. And like fucking, well, light roll, no, fucking, it's not how that works. You shouldn't be able to like go through your entire bag of weapons in the middle of combat. Like, especially not in between a parry and a riposte. The switching, hard swapping to riposte is where it becomes cheating. Like, if you want to fucking run away and, you know, go through your inventory. Wow, the game just glitched there. Okay, well, yeah, the weight should fucking stay constant there. Like, actually enforcing a ban on all of that shit would be impossible to do without breaking the game, for even for people who want to do it legit. But like, if they just banned the parry riposte thing, they could fuck over a lot of dumb sweat lords. Because, like, you know, those people aren't playing like the real way, right? Like, they're keeping shit in storage and like fucking getting rid of items just so they can do that horse shit. Well, the benefit people use, the way people use hot swaps is a lot of times after they land a parry, the ones who are really cheap will switch to like a different ring to get more critical damage, and they'll fucking switch to an item, to a weapon that gives higher crits too. So it's like they go in with a non-crit build and then still get the super high crits. It's horse shit. That was the path. Bro, navigating a menu and like breaking your inventory is not skill. Impenetrable thorns. I saw it. It's just the Briar armor except as a sorcery. No, it wouldn't make sense to get like a free talisman and a free equip slot. I might do one more. But yeah, like, I don't know, like I said, you could prevent people from using it to cheat if they just made it so you can't get into the menu right after landing a parry. That would fix it in the ways that actually matter. It's the Scabby Tree branch attack, but you can do it yourself. Fucking... Oh, is that a... Am I thinking some other buff? Because I did think what you were talking about was an incantation. The incantation is the one that, like, makes you do damage when you roll, right? Okay, well, the fifth talisman, if they want that to be a mechanic that can actually be in the game, they should just make it so you can find an extra talisman slot. Like, the shit's limited because they don't want people cheesing the game. I haven't checked into too many of the sorceries. I only have one build that uses them. I don't even know if I found the one you're talking about. Oh, okay. I don't know if I found it or not. Like, I actually have no clue. I'll have to check out. I'll have to check out Shadow of the Erd Tree again with a sorcery-themed character, which will be my next character I take through it. Honestly, like in PvP, I've only seen the parry riposte hard swappers on YouTube. Like it's not a thing that regular people do because you have to set up your inventory in a way that basically fucking ruins the game for you for everything except that one cheese tactic. Sorcery is always a low priority for me. If I'm gonna be casting, I prefer to do it to make big fires. Well, they should do it so the game doesn't encourage playing in a way where it's like, oh, I'm gonna fucking ruin my entire inventory just on the off chance it helps me get a cheap little riposte in PvP. Like, people will legit store a bunch of their shit. Like, they'll put it in storage just so they can do this horse shit. And it's, like, completely unfair towards people who want to play, like, the way you're actually supposed to. Dude, you gotta reorganize that whole fucking thing and take a lot of shit out of your inventory to even make it work. And also, like, we're completely jumping over the fact that clicking through an inventory mid-combat is, like, not skill, it's a gimmick. Is this the same stupid mission again? Nah, that was different. But yeah, honestly, with all that hot swapping shit, you're really... Unless you're using it for that specific parry and riposte thing, you're generally only fucking the game up for yourself. Navigating menus quickly is not skill. Any game that's based around, like, wrestling with the menu is not a legitimate game. It's, like, garbage design. And Souls games aren't really going for garbage as their design choice, except for Dark Souls 2. So, like, they should probably do their part to discourage that. Like I said, it's only a real problem with the parry riposte shit as far as I know, but... Someone might find a new way to use it to be cheap. Dude, if you're like having to quickly navigate and wrestle with a menu in the middle of combat in Minecraft, you're playing the game wrong. I have never had to do that. If you're using your hotkeys properly, that should never come up. I mean, something can be hard because it's jank and still not be an expression of skill. Like, fucking... If all you're doing is just fucking going through a menu, like... That's a fucking substitute for actually learning to play the game. move swaps. Is this some kind of glitch thing? Like, is this where you make one weapon have the moveset of another? Because you really can't argue that that's not cheating. Yeah, no, that's literally exploit. That's like, that's black and white, like, exploit. There's no argument to be made in favor of that. It's not even a situational thing where, like, yeah, it's cheap if you use it for this specific niche thing. It's like, that's just cheating no matter how you use it. I mean, you're comparing an intended mechanic to a glitch. Like, glitching should be heavily discouraged. Michael, you're comparing something that can only be done if you ruin the game for yourself just because you want to ruin it for other people too, to like something that could be put in as an intended mechanic if you were supposed to play that way. Toggle escaping, I mean, that just sounds like another glitch. Let me guess, it's some way to like cheat yourself out of a stun. Like you get stunned and you do some like glitchy shit and then suddenly you're not stunned. Is that what that is? Because if so, yeah, that should be like a PvP ban if you do that. You swap weapons and you get out of stun locks. Well, I mean, there shouldn't be hard stun locks in the game anyway, but are you talking an actual stun lock where a guy can just true combo you to death? So it's like cheap versus cheap, or are you talking like you get parried and he can't riposte you because you switch weapons? Because one is legitimate and the other is not. Like, don't get me wrong, anything that stops people from just sucking you into a vortex where you get true comboed to death, anything that stops that is justifiable. But if you're, like, getting parried and then going into your menu and fucking around and getting out of a riposte that way, that, if it's a thing, should be banned. You can get more than an extra 10% crit damage if you do the full cheapery with it. Like, you can switch not just your talisman, but you can have a weapon that's, you know, a heavy axe, so it's like really high equip load, and it's like really low crit. And then fucking, you just like, if you get a parry before you riposte, you get into your menu, switch both of them. Now you have a, you know, a crit talisman and a dagger. like I said, you don't need to ban people from going into the menu during combat. You just need to make it so they can't do it right after parry. Here's the thing, Michael. The people who are doing this, like, even if, you know, mashing through a fucking menu was a legitimate skill set, they're not going through an entire inventory. They're fucking up their entire inventory just so they only have a couple things in there. So it's like, if you want to counter it, you also have to play in the same, like, way that just fucks the game up and isn't fun. Like, if an invader does that, you have to do the same fucking thing that, like, basically makes the game unplayable if you're not just fucking waiting around on invasions all day. Basically, like, you shouldn't be able to change from, like, a heavy warrior into a high crit rogue mid-fight, you know? It's and only when you're sure it's advantageous to you. That would be like letting people in a fighting game switch characters mid-round. Anyway, I'm getting tired. I'm gonna hop off here. I'll probably see you guys tomorrow when I go back to streaming Elden Ring. For now, I need to wind down and get some sleep. Okay, the Soul of Cinder thing is like... Soul of Cinder has an entire phase of his fight where you're supposed to just run away from him. So, not the best example. But yeah, good night.